It's Thursday, y'all. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet, right? I'm not trying to be daily, but I had something come to my mind. You know, I was talking to you guys yesterday about how you have to recharge your why, right? I don't think I ever kind of went into the explanation. Like, I know like backwards in my videos, there were videos where I explained to you what your why is, what that looks like. If you don't know, you can either check out my videos or you can look up Eric Thomas, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. He's amazing. A lot of his, I follow him very, very directly. The man he's very smart. He is a very well-educated, rounded individual. But anyway, I think I never touched base on how exactly you fall. You know, you get emotionally engulfed in your why, right? Now, obviously, you know, if your why is your family, those things, it's kind of easy to be completely to be in love with, to focus on your family as your why. It should be relatively easy, right? If your why is not your family, though, say your why is to better yourself, or for a better education, or for a better job, or whatever that looks like. If that is your why, you've got to find a way to fall in love with your why. I say it all the time. You got to love the process, right? You have to love the process. And what I mean by you got to love the process is you got to fall in love with what you're doing, not necessarily what you're doing it for. And your why is a motivator to help you fall in love with the process. So if your why is something that is not necessarily tangible, right? You can't hug it, you can't kiss it, those kind of things. Like, it's not your family, it's not a person, it's not anything like that. But if it's a dream, if it's a reality that you want to see, you have to find a way to get all 5 of your senses involved on it, okay? The way we fall in love, right? And there's science out there that backs me on this. The way you fall in love is by your senses. And people you shouldn't overthink this. Like, don't overthink it, because if you overthink it, you'll eat yourself alive. But your senses is what pretty much adopts love on an idea, individual, or whatever. So if it's not a tangible thing, it's not a person, right? You need to write your why down so you have that physical contact with it. You need to look at it so you can mentally imagine, mentally view this thing that is your motivation. And I know this is going to sound relatively stupid to some degree, but you got to give it some sense of smell, something that you can attach to it. That when you smell that, it reminds you, yeah, that's right, that's my why. I'm telling you this because the thing of it is, like, for me, it's not hard, because my why is my family. My why is my kids, their futures, my fiance, my home. Those are my whys, and it's very, very tangible, very, very, easy for me to reach out, touch, hug, kiss, love, feel, smell, and be embodied in, right? But if your why is not, then you need to make sure that you find a way to attach those characteristics to your why. And I'm going to tell you why. Anyway, because humans don't just attach themselves to things by thought. There's more of a tangible, relevant way of understanding, of genuinely falling in love with when you get your senses involved in it. I can tell you right now, like, alright, great example, my grandma, right? My grandma was a huge part of my life. Probably one of the biggest parts of my life that, unfortunately, she had to go, she had to go to heaven. She had to go home. But even to this day, I can remember the smell of her perfume. Like the perfume that she wore, I can remember the smell very, very vividly. So much so where if I smell it, instantly reminds me of my grandma. Instantly. Very first thought that comes to my mind. And the reason why is because I know that smell, that's her. I've attached that to her. And it makes you think of her. It makes me think of her. It makes me get in that mental space where it's about her. Your why, it's got to have the same relevance in everything you do. Your why is what's going to push you through. It's going to get you over those walls. It's going to get you to the other side. So you've got to have that connection. You have to have that mental, physical, emotional connection to your why, so it can drive you forward. That's all I got for today. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to cut this short. It is a Thursday. We're about to go in and kill it. It's what we always do. No days off, remember? So, I hope you guys have a blessed Thursday. Have a great day. Be safe. Show love. And like I said, man, get your why and attach to it in ways that will ensure that no matter how you come across your why again in thought or in memory, that it reminds you why you do what you do. It reminds you why you got to keep doing it. That's it for me. You guys have a wonderful day. Yeah.